Starmer's blasphemy law stance sparks outrage, a nation divided. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the political landscape, Labour leader Keir Starmer has astonishingly refrained from rejecting blasphemy laws in Parliament. This unprecedented decision has ignited a firestorm of controversy, with many asserting that it represents a betrayal of democratic values and the very principles upon which the UK was built. The nation finds itself at a crossroads, and the implications of Starmer's position could reverberate for generations to come. Critics are quick to label Starmer's reticence as a capitulation to the radical fringe, a dangerous misstep for a leader who once promised to unite rather than divide. Many fear that failing to oppose blasphemy laws could stifle free speech, placing Britain on a slippery slope towards censorship and oppression. This is not merely a political miscalculation, it is a potential infringement on the hard-won liberties that have defined British society through tumultuous eras, including the fight for civil rights and the aftermath of Brexit. Starmer's stance is particularly perplexing given the historical context. Just a few years ago, the UK saw a democratic vote that underscored the importance of individual freedoms and personal expression. By sidestepping the rejection of blasphemy laws, Starmer risks alienating his base, which has long championed the cause of liberal values. The echoes of past struggles for freedom of expression, from the suffragette movement to the civil rights campaigns, serve as a stark backdrop to the current debate. One must ask, is Starmer prepared to risk the loyalty of a generation that fought hard for these rights? Public figures and analysts are sounding the alarm. Critics argue that this indecision is emblematic of a larger trend within the Labour Party, a party that once prided itself on championing civil liberties now seems content to appease controversial viewpoints. Many warn that this could mark the beginning of a new era of influence for extremist ideologies that thrive on division and intolerance. The stakes are higher than ever, and the British people will not forgive a leader who turns his back on the values they hold dear. The political ramifications of Starmer's choice are profound. Should he continue down this path, he risks not only his leadership but also the very fabric of Labour's identity. The party, long seen as a bastion of progressive thought, could find itself ensnared in a web of contradictions, leaving it vulnerable to a resurgent conservative opposition that could exploit this moment of weakness. The narrative of the betrayed voter could easily take hold, painting Starmer as a leader out of touch with the electorate's desires for both freedom and accountability. Moreover, the implications stretch beyond party lines. The broader societal discourse surrounding blasphemy laws reflects a struggle between tradition and modernity. As the nation grapples with issues of identity and belonging, the tension between preserving cultural heritage and fostering an inclusive society is palpable. This is a fight that resonates deeply with voters, many of whom are tired of politicians who fail to take a definitive stand on issues that matter. As the debate intensifies, the public's reaction is becoming increasingly vocal. Social media platforms are abuzz with outrage, as citizens take to the digital streets to express their discontent. The call for accountability is resonant. Many argue that this is a moment that demands action, urging fellow citizens to engage in the political process and safeguard their rights. The country stands at a pivotal juncture, and how Starmer navigates this controversy could define his legacy. In conclusion, Keir Starmer's failure to categorically reject blasphemy laws is not just a political misstep. It is a potential turning point for the Labour Party and the nation as a whole. As the struggle for free speech intensifies, the British public must demand clarity and conviction from their leaders. This is a call to arms for all who value liberty and the right to express dissenting opinions. Join the movement, like, subscribe, and engage in the conversation. The future of our democratic ideals depends on the collective voice of the people. The fight is on, and it's a fight we cannot afford to lose.